Hello everybody and welcome back to Broken Brand, and we're going to be looking today at the Agatha All Along trailer coming this October, I believe, to Disney Plus. Now, I'm going to come at this with multiple perspectives, or at least try to. From my perspective, I do like diving deeper into character stories and things like that, but this is one I was like, of all the people you could have pulled, I could care less. And I have a friend, and she's absolutely ecstatic for this show. Like, could not wait for this show to get here. She loves it, and great. I'm glad for her. But let's just watch the trailer, react to it, and see exactly what we're getting ourselves into. And hopefully Marvel will let me play this without striking this video. So let's take a look.
Another beautiful day.
Surprised to see you out here, Detective. Jane Doe. Found her down here by the water.
Cause?
Blunt force trauma.
What happened to you?
I have a lead in the case, but I can't shake this feeling I'm seeing it wrong.
Is this really how you see yourself? That witch is gone, leaving you trapped in her distorted spell. Claw your way out.
Now see, I thought this was going to be a prequel. That was my understanding. And it looks like it's not a prequel. It's a continuation of the WandaVision story. Now, I did enjoy WandaVision, and I even enjoyed Loki. Although I would have liked to categorize Loki and the multiverse stuff and kind of like an Elseworld, keeping them out of the main continuity. I think that probably would have been a better decision for Marvel, but it is what it is. I know some people hate Loki. I actually enjoyed Loki, all the seasons. I understand some of the gripes, but I think some of it was just overhyped, to be honest with you. And this one, I think, is going to be similar, probably. But let's keep watching.
I miss the glory days.
She took every bit of power I had,
But I can beat that witch again.
Well, the gang's all here. Let's hit the road. I'm gonna walk the witch's road. The road is a death wish. Join me.
It looks like they're going for a horror, true horror style show. And all this is going to make me think of is American Horror Story Coven. I'm sorry. That's all. So far, all I've seen is just like, man, this feels like AHS Coven. But that's me. It could be good, but we'll have to see for real when it comes out.
What witch in her right mind would join Agatha Harkness's coven?
Not looking for right-minded witches, as it happens.
You know, I'm going to say it just because someone else probably will if I don't. And Disney, with all its push for diversity, you know who's not represented in this show? Me. You have one white man who is in the embodiment of the gay best friend stereotype that has been around for decades. Just the super effeminate, just gay best friends trope. I mean, come on. Are we still doing that 3, 4 decades later? I mean, it kind of started in the late 80s and it's just been going on ever since. It's just always there. Nah, didn't you see another single white male in there? Okay. So much for inclusion. So there's that. But let's be honest. This is a show that is for the fans of WandaVision that are geared towards, I believe, the female audience. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've watched almost all the American Horror Stories seasons. I think I'm one season behind. I haven't watched the latest season, but I enjoy those. Some are better. Still like Hotel Cortez. Is that what it's called? Hotel Cortez. That's still my favorite one with Lady Gaga. Of all people, I wouldn't have thought Lady Gaga was a good actress until I saw her in there. I was like, oh, actually, she did a great job. That was my favorite one. And that's probably because they went full on Art Deco and everything. And I love Art Deco. And that's probably why it's my favorite. Not so much story. The story is good, don't get me wrong. But Agatha all along just seems like, hey, we're going to explore this character. But she's only appeared in one show. And there's so many other characters that we've already established that we can dive back into. That just seems like, I'm not against this, but it just seems like it's such a weird priority, and I can't remember. It's gone through 4 or 5 title changes. I don't know how many rewrites. And I swear at one time someone said it was going to be a musical. I didn't see any of that, and I think they're going full horror, which was probably better. Because, I mean, Werewolf by Night was incredible. Probably the best thing they've done since Endgame. And it was great. But, so, Disney Plus can set up a group to do good horror, good scary, and I get that. But this just seems like Agatha is, after WandaVision, is trying to get all her power back and trying to regain her power, and okay, I kind of get it, but this is different. Like with Loki, he was a villain. You saw his growth as a character, his changing, his becoming, finding his final true purpose, and things like that. And you see his growth through those 3 seasons. It doesn't look like that's the goal for this series. I could be wrong. This is just the first trailer. I don't know if I'll actually watch this show or cover it. I've seen so much stuff on the Acolyte. I'm just like, it can't really be this bad. I'm tempted to resubscribe to Disney Plus just to see if that show is that bad. But I do think this is a show that's going to be the source of a lot of drama and a lot of things. Like, they'll probably remove this Rotten Tomatoes audience score like they did the Acolyte today. I was going to cover a video, but they did post the score back up. I found out about it via text, and by the time I got home, I started looking into it. Oh, it's already back. Okay, whatever. But I have a feeling that something like this is going to get, I don't want to say review bombed, but it's definitely going to get review pumped for sure, because Disney needs this to succeed. Because I don't know what the budget is for this show, but based on what they've been spending on other shows, it's ridiculous. And I don't want to say I'm going to hate this show, but I really don't think it's going to get me. This show, very specifically, this show is not enough to make me resubscribe to Disney Plus. It's not. However, there are people that will. I have a friend. She, like I said before, she can't wait for the show to come on. She's canceled her Disney Plus subscription, but she's mentioned, yeah, she's going to up it again for this show. Fine. I'm I'm just not there. I want Marvel to be good. I want it to be good. They just haven't done well, honestly. I mean, Guardians 3 and Werewolf by Night was probably the two good things that came out of Marvel Studios, aside from Spider Man, because that's a Sony owned property at this time still. So, I don't know. I want to say this is going to be good, but everything I've seen just goes, oh, it's going to be. I mean, honestly, it looks kind of like a mix between Netflix's Sabrina the Teenage Witch and Dawn of the Dead. I mean, that's what it feels like to me. I know it's a weird comparison, but I'm just sitting here thinking about it, and I was like, that's what I see. That's what I feel. I personally just. I have no attachment to this character. If this was a prequel, I'd probably be more into it, but it's a continuation, so we're not seeing the backstory. We'll probably see some of the backstory, obviously, from flashbacks and things like that, but it's not a designated prequel. It's a continuation of the WandaVision story. And I'd rather see something about Vision, the White Vision, more than Agatha. And I really don't want to see really all that much about White Vision. I mean, they could put that in a what if episode and I'd be fine with it. Just kind of like give me a little more information, but that's all I really need. But it is what it is. Is this something you're going to love? Is this something you're going to hate? I don't know. I'd like to talk about it, but honestly, it's not enough for me to resubscribe to Disney Plus. It's just not. This isn't going to pull me back into Marvel. It may pull some people back in, and it may pull some good numbers, some decent numbers, but it's not going to pull the huge fan base that they had with Endgame to this show. It's just not. It. I wouldn't even consider Agatha a tertiary character. I mean, I don't even know what you call a fourth or fifth level character, but I mean, it's kind of like, oh, cool, kinda. Do we really need this? I just think they started on this path hoping to really ramp up Disney Plus after WandaVision, but it just literally set developmental nightmare of rewrites and postponements and COVID and so much other stuff that I don't think it actually looks like what they originally intended. And I don't know. If I had to pull the trigger right now, I say it's going to be bad. But I want to go in objectively and see it. But there's so many things that I saw this like, oh, this just looks like trash. It does. There's so many tropes in there that's just like, why? There's so many, oh, look, little jump scares here and there, kind of pulling in that Doctor Strange mom vibe, and there's probably going to be some remnants of that because Wanda was in that as well, so we don't know exactly. And I just don't think this is going to be a great show. I mean, something that's been in development for years now, at least 2 years, at least, maybe 4. I'm not sure. Like they wanted to get this off the ground shortly after WandaVision came out, so that's been a while. So that's just my thoughts, and let me know your thoughts below. You can absolutely understand my side. I understand other people's point of view, but I just don't think this is going to be a great show, and that's my opinion. But I will try to look at it objectively and see what's going on. I may subscribe later on because there is some stuff I do miss on Disney Plus, but yeah. Until next time, my friends, as always, I love you all, and there's nothing you can do about it.